And good evening. Here is the news at 6. First, the highlights. Onje Co-Market Initiative opened across 5 divisions of Lagos State. Socio-economic rights and accountability tells Senate President to recall Abdul Ningi immediately. On a foreign scene, Israeli Prime Minister vows to defy allies on Rafah invasion. And in sports, Ghana releases 26-man squad ahead friendlies against Nigeria, Uganda. And now the details. I am Akan Usen. Following the announcement made by the Lagos State government to open markets across different locations across the 5 divisions of the state, many residents tripped out to make use of the opportunity. The initiative, tagged Onjeko, was born out of efforts of the state government to cushion the effect of current economic situation on residents by giving a 25% discount on some foodstuff sold in the special markets, similar to the Fresh Food Hub in Mushin. Our reporter, Raphael Jeremiel, who visited Oregun in Ikeja Axis, reports that there was high level of compliance at the venue as the Goshen's commended the Babajide Sanwo-Olu administration for the initiative.
Got everything cheaper price, and I'm very happy about it. Everything was very cheap. We appreciate to our Lagos State government, Babajide Sanwo-Olu. God will continue blessing him more and more and more.
Yes, it's a fantastic program, and everybody loved it. And people came out. We told them to come out and see what our governor is doing and what our president is doing. And people are happy with it and they are buying it. So may Almighty God continue to strengthen our governor, all the commissioners and the whole cabinet and our president to strengthen them more and more.
Well, that time is okay. It's okay. I mean, the 25%, it's okay from looking at what is happening in the country. I think it's a good gesture from the governor, and it's something that is highly commendable.
Also, our reporter Sadiq Yusuf, who visited Agege Axis, reports that residents in Agege local government have called for more agricultural products to support the Onje Eco initiative. Yusuf noted that members of the public called on vendors to keep to time.
The government should try to improve on this and try to do more. If possible, if they can still reduce the price to ease the burden of the exorbitant price of goods among the citizens. So it will up, and so that the people will be at least be a bit happy.
The program is not hectic. People are orderly, and it's just starting today. People are also trooping in, and many people have bought. You collect your voucher there, and you proceed to those stands there where people are buying bread, rice, gari, and the rest like that.
It will interest you to know that the Onje will help cushion the effect of economic crisis on citizens and help put smiles on the faces of residents as food prices are being slashed by 25%. Lagos State government has resolved to explore all avenues to reintroduce the issue of the 37 local council development areas, LCDAs, review process with a view to legalizing the council development areas. In a communique issued at the end of the 18th edition of the Executive Legislative Palais, organized by the Office of Political, Legislative and Civic Engagement, with the theme engaging all for an inclusive governance, hands-on for a greater Lagos rising, the government stated the need for collaboration between the Executive, National Assembly members representing the state and members of the state legislature in advocating for a special status for Lagos in the ongoing constitution review. The government, in the communique signed by the Special Advisor, Office of Political, Legislative and Civic Engagement, Afolabi Tajuddin, stressed the need to create awareness and educate the citizenry on the importance and roles of each arm of government. A proposal was also made that there should be regular meetings of governors, members of the National Assembly representing Lagos State, and members of the Lagos State House of Assembly to foster a robust relationship. The participants urged the state government to expedite action on the proposed establishment of a Lagos airline to enhance the economic prosperity of Lagos. The participants also urged the state government to put in place methods that will help to track out-of-school students before their initiation into social vices for reintegration. The Lagos State AIDS Control Agency, LSACA, in collaboration with the Local Health System Sustainability Project, LHSS, has organized a dynamic 2-day annual development plan workshop. The primary objective of the workshop was to develop a comprehensive annual operational plan that will serve as a roadmap for monitoring and evaluating the implementation of the 2021 to 2026 State HIV and AIDS Strategic Plan, aligned with the National Strategic Framework. The strategic initiative aims to assess the effectiveness of the state's HIV/AIDS response and ensure the efficient utilization of the agency's limited resources for targeted programs. Speaking at the event held in Lagos, the Chief Executive Officer, LSACA, Folake Animashaun, emphasized that the annual operational plan goes beyond mere documentation, as it is a vital tool for facilitating the rigorous monitoring and evaluation of the state's progress in combating HIV/AIDS. And now to the rest of the stories. The Socio-Economic Rights and Accountability Project has urged the Senate President Godswill Akpabio to recall Abdul Ningi, who was suspended for 3 months over his allegation of budget padding. Ningi, the lawmaker representing Bauchi Central, was suspended for 3 months over an interview which he alleged that the National Assembly padded the 2024 28.7 trillion naira budget as against 25 trillion naira. Serap equally told the Senate President to refer the allegation to the country's anti-graft agencies, the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, and the Independent Corrupt Practices and Other Related Crimes Commission, which will improve public trust in the Senate. There are indications that the Defense Headquarters is preparing to release the names and pictures of the new set of wanted terrorists and bandit leaders. Reports say this follows the elimination of top terrorists and bandit leaders on the watch list of the military and the emergence of a new crop of leaders. The DHQ had in November 2022 declared no fewer than 19 bandit leaders wanted, with a bounty of 5 million naira on each of them to encourage Nigerians to volunteer information that could lead to their arrests. The Director, Defense Media Operations, Edward Buba, confirmed that work was ongoing on the new list. And now to foreign news. Israel's Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has reaffirmed his determination to launch an offensive in Rafah, defying international criticism. The city is crammed with some 1.5 million Palestinians from other parts of Gaza seeking refuge. His comments come as the German Chancellor, on a Middle East trip, restated his opposition to the plan. Netanyahu is due to meet German Chancellor Olaf Scholz, who is expected to repeat his warning against a Rafah operation later. Israel's plan has been heavily criticized by the international community, with the UN and US also warning that a full-scale assault in Rafah could be disastrous. In our sports, Black Stars of Ghana head coach Otto Addo has named a 26-man squad for the international friendlies against Nigeria and Uganda. Bolivia-based David Akologo, Norgisland Ibrahim Osman, France-based Nathaniel Ajay, and Diomande Mohammed of Rangers of Scotland were named in the squad. The quartet and Ashante's Kotoko's Frederick Asare have earned their debut call-ups following exceptional performances with their clubs. Brighton and Hove Albion right-back Tariq Lamptey is back in the squad after recovering from an injury that ruled him out of the Africa Cup of Nations. Ghana will face arch-rivals Nigeria at the Grande Marrakesh on Friday, March 22. The newly appointed head coach will use both games to assess his side ahead of the 2026 FIFA World Cup qualifiers in June. And just before we go, maintain adequate distance from the vehicle ahead of you to avoid collision. You can follow us and like all our various social media platforms on X, formerly Twitter, Traffic Radio 961, Instagram, Lagos Traffic Radio 961, Facebook, Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM. On YouTube, subscribe and watch us live on our channel, Traffic Radio 961. Did you know that the Sanwo-Olu administration introduced the Lagos Economic Acceleration Leap to reduce the effects of the COVID-19 pandemic on small businesses? You can get more details on the Lagos State Government website. To end the news, here are the highlights of the major stories. Following the announcement made by the Lagos State Government to open markets across different locations across the 5 divisions of the state, many residents trooped out to make use of the opportunity. The Socio-Economic Rights and Accountability Project has urged the Senate President Godswill Akpabio to recall Abdul Ningi, who was suspended for 3 months over his allegation of budget padding. We also told you that Israel's Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has reaffirmed his determination to launch an offensive in Rafah, defying international criticism. And in sport, Black Stars of Ghana head coach Otto Addo has named a 26-man squad for the international friendlies against Nigeria and Uganda. For contact with the newsroom, please send a message to Lagos Traffic Radio at lagosstate.gov.ng. And that ends the news broadcast compiled by Kayode Mafolashiri. I am Akan Usen. Thanks for listening. Stay safe. Good evening.